Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about what we can do when unplanned things happen. When we're kids, at least where I grew up, right? One of the best unplanned things ever to happen was a snow day. It meant we got to go back to bed if we'd already gotten up for school. And then we got to, either play in the snow, watch TV, hang out, whatever. We didn't have to go to school, and we sort of got this quote unquote day off. But sometimes when unplanned things happen, it's things like an illness or a medical emergency from a family member, or maybe it's a natural disaster and now you don't have electricity for a couple of days. Like really weird, crazy things happen that we have to just deal with in the moment, often without a whole lot of, runway to prepare, right? Just things happen quickly and then we need to respond. And how we respond can really help maintain our sanity and help us stay calm. And it also can help us stay really hopeful that this very short-term, hopefully, problem is going to be okay and that you can get past it. Couple of things that I think we'll find helpful is number one is pausing to assess. I don't know about you, but I know, unfortunately, I'm one of those people that in an emergency situation, I tend to sort of just rush around and can get a little bit panicky, well-intentioned, but I'm not always as calm and thoughtful as I would like to be. So it's worth remembering and reminding yourself to just pause for a minute, get really clear about what's happening, get really clear about the next few steps that you need to take, and give yourself a chance to calm and reduce the urge to panic and the urge to think about worst case scenarios and get way ahead of yourself. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? Pause and assess. Give yourself a minute to just calmly think about what's going on. The second thing would be to just communicate clearly and quickly. Let people know that need to know about what's happening. A simple message like, hey, I've got an emergency. I will circle back as soon as I'm able to is plenty. You don't need to give everybody every blow by blow of what's happening. I mean, unless they're close family or they're involved, right? But you can at least let the people know who need to know that you've got something else that's changed your priorities for the moment. And as soon as you can, you'll get back to them. The third thing I think is reprioritizing with purpose. I think this goes hand in hand too with assessing the situation. If something is a real emergency, you have to be ruthless about what absolutely positively has to get done and cannot wait. Hopefully, those are just maybe one or two things, something that you can do quickly or pass off to someone else. But you have to be honest and be ruthless about what that is. The other thing is, when we talk about delegating in a business sense, but, delegating in a personal way, right, is really just asking for help. So if there is something that you need help with, like somebody needs to help pick up your kids from school while you're dealing with something else, let people in your life give you a hand. If something is going to happen that take you out of your regular routine for more than a day or two, think about what is a minimum viable day, right? What are the essential things that you're going to have to do, and then let everything else go. Again, years ago, my husband was in the hospital for a long time, and I got to the point where I was like, I'm taking care of him. I'm going to be at the hospital. I was there, for 12 hours a day. I'm going to come home and take care of my cats, make sure they're fed and watered and all that good stuff. I'm going to pay any bills that need to be paid. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really worry about anything else. I didn't worry about cleaning house. I didn't worry about, really anything else. I didn't really have the bandwidth to do so, but this is the next tip, which is I gave myself some grace. It took me a few days to get there, but when emergencies happen, I think the best thing we can do for ourselves is just to give yourself a little pass and acknowledge that this isn't a normal situation. It's okay to, let everything go except the things that absolutely must get done and be taken care of, and show yourself a little compassion, knowing that you'll regroup when the dust settles and things are better. Unplanned things are going to happen, and staying hopeful can also happen when you remember that it's okay not to do all the things. It's okay to let people help you, and it's okay to acknowledge that in this very hard moment, you know that things will get better when you get past this. Here's to a great day, hopefully with no unexpected things happening in your life, and an even better tomorrow.